Hi crafty friends, I am here today to flip through my new Graphic 45 Farmhouse mini album. Now this mini album uses the cover that I also used for my Let It Be album, but instead of thinking of it as honeycomb, I thought of it more as like the chicken wire in the paper. So as I show you the album, hopefully it will make more sense. This album is 6 inches by 7 1/4 and it has a 2 3/4 inch spine. It has on the front cover here a tag. I did use the Graphic 45 regular or the square tags in the album. It opens up here, so you have room for 2 photos here on that front cover, and then it just tucks right underneath this flower here to keep that closed. It has 4 top-loading pocket pages, and it is designed with the Farmhouse Keepsake edition that has the metal dies included. So I only used a couple of the metal dies, and I also used several of my own chipboard pieces. There are tutorials available for the tuxedo pocket with the tags, so you can make those if you want to. On this front cover here, this is a pocket. I wanted to use that main image on the 12 by 12 paper, so I did find a way to use it there. I have photo mats here. Anything that's over a photo mat is open for the photo to slide behind. Now, because this collection didn't come with journaling cards, I made my own using the black and white pieces from this particular paper, and I left it blank on the back so you could use a white or silver gel pen to be able to journal. Then I also have photo mats that I did not cover the back sides. That way you can just place your photo on. And if you wanted to have more photo spots, you could place a photo on top of the paper too. But in case you like just the look of the decorative paper and one photo, you can do that as well. All 4 of the page fronts have these tuxedo pockets with these tags inside. So the tag has these little dangling chipboard charm pieces that I have available on my website. They'll be linked down below. They've got this is from the Let It Be keepsake kit. This was the honeycomb die cut that I took silver embossing powder and I embossed to make it look like chicken wire. And they also have an ephemera piece on them to decorate and some of the Graphic 45 trim. Now the back side I left blank here. I added a little extension so you've got room for photos here and here as well as here. Now this flap here is magnetized. It opens up. I have this here. It could be a journaling card or you could use it as a photo mat. There's space here for a 3 by 4 photo, or if you want to have it be a larger photo, I did leave this open for you to tuck it behind, but you don't want to go too far so that it doesn't cover that magnet. Then this opens up here, so there's room for a photo here and here, and then it opens up again, room for a photo here and here. And this is also open so that photo can slide up underneath of it. All 4 of the pages are top loading pocket pages. There is a photo mat here. It is completely open here so the photo can slide up underneath of it if you choose to. And then it's blank on the back side. Each of those photo mats has the same format with those tickets and the strip of border paper, so I'm not going to pull all of them out. Now on the back side of page 1, I have this that folds up this way, and then it folds up again, and then this folds down and room for photos. Now this one is open, so the photo will be able to fit underneath of it. This one is not because the magnet is here, so you only want to put the photo here. Then on the base of the page, there is a large belly band, and then there's a photo mat. This is open, and then it's blank on the back for your photo. For the front of page 2, we have the tuxedo pocket. Again, same setup with one of the black and white pieces. We've got the chicken wire and one of the ephemera pieces along with the charms. And then we have the little booklet or the card, room for our photos. This tuxedo pocket opens this way. We've got room for a wallet-sized photo and a larger photo. In the tutorial, this piece will be on this side. There is a magnet right here to go with this one. So you want to have that piece there so that your photo would go there if you put a photo in that spot. And we've got room for a photo here. And then in the pocket, we have another journaling card and a photo mat. Again, another top loading pocket up here in that large pocket. Now on the back of the page, we have a large pocket back here that has a photo mat. And then we have the waterfall on the page, magnetized. They're all blank on both sides, no embellishments. You could add some embellishments here. I personally do not put photos on the fronts of my waterfalls because I like to see the paper. So you could add some decorative elements, and then the photo is meant to go here. Now on the front of page 3, we've got our next tag in our tuxedo pocket. All of them have a flower and then an animal. So I've got a pig and I've got a cow and I've got a chicken and a rooster. And then again, these are all the same on the back side. This one opens up and we have space for a photo there. And then here in this front pocket, we've got a journaling card and we've got a photo mat for 2 3x3 photos, and then blank on the back so you can journal or add more photos there. And that goes right into this smaller pocket. Then this folds down and we have space for a photo here if you would want to put a photo there. And then on the base of the page, we have a full-size photo mat. Again, another photo mat here in that top loading pocket. Now on the back of page 3, this is magnetized. It opens up, room for a photo there. It opens down, room for a photo here, room for a wallet-sized photo here and here. And then these open up and we've got room for photos here and here, here and here. For the front of page 4, we have this tag here. It has that rooster tag. And then we have our little card. And this tuxedo pocket folds this direction, room for photos here. Then this one flips again, a room for 2 more photos, and then again, and then here for this journaling card, I just tucked it into this ephemera piece down here. There is another large photo mat in that top loading pocket. And then we come to the back side of the page. In the pocket, we have a large photo mat here. And then this is magnetized, room for a photo here and here. And then room for 2 photos there and a smaller photo mat in that pocket. Both of these are open, so you could place your photo underneath that paper. Then on the back cover, I wanted to use the rest of this paper because that 12 by 12 paper had such big images on the signature sheet. I had to make sure that I could find a way to use the entire piece without breaking it up. So this whole flap flips up, room for a photo here, and then down here in the pocket, I have my little journaling card, and then I have my photo mat. These pockets are deep enough that you could add some additional photo mats, and there is actually paper left over that if you decide that you wanted to make this album, you could make additional photo mats. When you are flipping your pages, one thing I do recommend if you buy these charms and you make these tags is just to make sure that they don't flip up and get bent and ruined. So this is my Graphic 45 Farmhouse mini album. There is a full tutorial available. It is a written tutorial with lots of pictures, takes you step by step through the entire process. The tutorial does assume that you will be using my chipboard cover, and that will be linked in the description box below as well. So if you are not going to be purchasing this, you will have to make your own chipboard cover, and there are not instructions in the tutorial for that. Now, in addition to the album and the charms that I showed you, these are the charms that I use. I know it's very difficult to see because it is cut on black, but these are the charms. So these will be linked in the description box below if you wanted to purchase those. I've also made a set of coordinating animals. So we've got the pig and the cow and the rooster. So I've got, and the chicken. So I've got 2 of each. And then I've got these flowers, and I really like these flowers. I was going to use these on the pages themselves, but I decided not to. Now this album is going to be available for sale. So for the person who purchases this album, I am going to include these chipboard flowers and the extra ephemera pieces. That way you can add additional embellishments if you choose to do so. So all of these will be linked down in the description box below, as will the tutorial in case you want to purchase that to make your own album. And if you wanted to purchase the ready-made album that I have here just to place your photos in, again, that will also be linked in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.